Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt a fire inside you that you didn't know what to do with? A desire so intense that it scared you, confused you, or maybe even made you feel guilty. That is your sexual energy. And here's the truth, most of us were never taught what this energy really is. We were either warned about it or made to feel ashamed of it, like it's something wrong or dangerous. But what if I told you that the fire you have been trying to silence is not here to destroy you? It's here to awaken you. Most people think sexual energy means lust, but that's a misunderstanding. Lust is just one shadow of it, one incomplete expression. Today I want to show you something deeper, something sacred. Because once you understand this, really understand it, your life will never be the same. What is sexual energy? Sexual energy is not just about the act of sex. It's not just about pleasure or attraction. It's far, far more powerful than that. It's your life force. The very energy that creates a child in the womb. The force that makes a seed turn into a tree. That makes ideas come alive as art, music, poetry. That is sexual energy, or in yogic terms, Shakti, the divine feminine power within all of us. It's the creative pulse of the universe moving through you. When a painter loses themselves in their canvas and forgets time, when a dancer flows with music as if possessed by the divine, when a poet writes lines that feel like they came from beyond, that's sexual energy in its purest form. This energy is not just in your body, it's in your soul. It is not here to tempt you. It is here to transform you. Now let's talk about what it is not. Lust is what happens when this sacred energy gets stuck. It becomes restless, chaotic, impatient. Lust chases pleasure but runs away from presence. It wants release, not realization. It's like lightning with no grounding, powerful but dangerous. See, lust is not evil. It's just immature energy. It's energy that hasn't been guided, it hasn't been understood, it hasn't been loved. We think we need to get rid of lust, but what we really need is to listen to it, to understand what it's trying to tell us. Often, lust is just longing to reconnect with our soul, our depth, our wholeness. But we have forgotten the path, so we look for it in others. in bodies, in pleasure. Let me ask you again. Did anyone ever really teach you what to do with this energy? Most of us were told, don't think about it. It's bad or it will distract you. Some were told to suppress it in the name of purity. Others were exposed to it too early, too carelessly, and got hurt. So we learn to either fear our desire or become addicted to it. No one told us this energy is sacred. It can elevate you. You don't have to run from it. You can rise with it. And because we weren't taught how to hold it, we either act it out or push it down. But suppression leads to shame and indulgence leads to exhaustion. Both are forms of suffering. Now, there is a third path, and that path is Tantra. Tantra is not about indulgence, and it is not about denial. Tantra says, be with your energy. Watch it. Understand it. Don't act on it impulsively. Don't run from it. Let it rise inside you. In real Tantra, sexual energy is not used for stimulation. It is used for transformation. You learn to breathe with it, to meditate with it, to feel it move through your spine like a golden river. You start to realize this energy is not asking to be released. It's asking to be realized. In Tantra, you sit with your fire and that fire slowly becomes light. You don't use someone else to complete you. You discover you were never incomplete. And this is not theory. It's a lived experience, and anyone, man or woman, can awaken it. Something powerful happens when you stop fearing this energy and start honoring it. You begin to feel peace instead of urgency, clarity instead of confusion, strength instead of shame. Your heart opens, your mind sharpens, your intuition deepens, and your relationships become more soulful because you are no longer needing, you are sharing. Instead of being consumed by desire, you begin to carry it with grace. Now you are not chasing pleasure anymore. You are resting in presence. You are not being ruled by desire anymore. You are being guided by it. This is not about being celibate. This is about being conscious. So how do you begin this journey? by noticing your body, your breath, the sensations when desire arises. Don't act on it. Don't push it away. Just be there with it. Breathe into your lower belly. Let the breath rise up your spine, through your heart, into your forehead. Feel the heat turn into light, the craving turn into calm. Now you are not suppressing it. You are holding it. You are honoring it. And that's where the power is. You'll feel more alive than ever. Not because you escaped desire, but because you transformed it. Sexual energy is not something to be ashamed of. It's your sacred fire. If you ignore it, it will confuse you. If you misuse it, it will exhaust you. But if you respect it, it will awaken you. And this is what Tantra teaches. Not to run from the fire, but to become the light. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Your energy is not lust. It's your doorway to God. Honor it and it will lead you back home.